impact the tournament. Now, a busted water main shut down the North Carolina campus this week and forced the game to be postponed from Saturday to today in a change of venue as well. Allison Williams, how has that impacted these two teams?
Well, Obi, it has required both teams to adjust their itineraries, but it's been more of a disruption for UNC as the home team as they deal with the logistics of moving the game to the court here in Greensboro. Head coach Roy Williams said that he hates it had to play out this way, but he understands it needed to be done. For them, it all started on Friday. They had to move the team to a hotel in Durham to get them off campus. Then they brought the team over here to Greensboro yesterday. They were able to practice both days, though, in Chapel Hill. Roy would certainly prefer to have them on their home court in Chapel Hill inside the Smith Center, but the fans are doing all they can to make sure it feels like we're inside the team Durham.
They are going wild. Kids are all fired up. This is a pre-Super Bowl hoops party, baby. Notre Dame, North Carolina. Big question. Can Notre Dame be able to rebound with the Tar Heels? I'm ready, Allison. You ready?
You're always ready. It doesn't matter the day, early, day late. We got Dickie V. I'll do my best to get him over to you, Obi. You know he loves being with the fans.
Allison, thank you very much. As soon as you can, because we are underway. North Carolina winning the opening tip. They committed number 12, and the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame at number 20. They've actually lost 3 in a row in ACC play, and they're in a bit of an offensive slump. Kennedy Meeks with a touch, backing into the lane, gets off the first shot, but not there. And Bonzie Colson with that first rebound, he rips down 11 per game. Notre Dame at 17-6. And they play as many close games as anybody in America. 11 games decided by 8 points or less. Colson with a misfire in tight. Meeks also one of the best rebounders in the country with 10 per game.
That's the big concern right now. The big concern for Notre Dame. Can we rebound with them? Can we rebound? I'm exhausted. I'm out of breath.
Not you. Berry way downtown with a miss. He hits 43% beyond the three-point line.
He struggled in that game against Miami. He was 0 for 8. Came back that day and worked in the gym. Shot 500 Saturday, 500 Sunday, and he found his range in the next game. Great attitude.
Astoria, the captain, fires and hits a two-point shot.
That's big. They got to get him going. He has struggled the last 2 games. Obi, he has really been struggling offensively.
Yeah, had been 2 for 17. The two-game shooting before this one.
That's a struggle.
Yes. Jackson getting inside. I know how much you like the 6'8 junior, averages 19 a game.
He's having a really terrific junior year. Made a smart decision to come back to North Carolina.
Colson back up top for Beecham, another guy who can stick the three.
They're going to try to play 5 guys outside. They're going to keep it wide open in the lane, Notre Dame.
Colson tonight, 7 on the clock. Astoria off to the left of the iron. Again, the Irish have lost 3 in a row and 4 out of their last 5 in the meat grinder that is the ACC. Jackson. Boy, inside the cylinder. Meeks got there and lays it in.
And there's the offensive rebound that we've been talking about. It is going to be a tough afternoon for Notre Dame if they can't find a way to neutralize the offensive rebounding of North Carolina.
This is the second time this season the Tar Heels have had a game pushed back a day. Remember back in January 8th, they were forced to move a game back about 24 hours against NC State.
They'd like to get the same results they had in that game. It was blowout city.
They played great. Farrell with a miss. And on transition, Berry trying to penetrate and kick. But that's going to be an offensive foul on Joel Berry. Take a look at the standings now inside the ACC. There has not been a better conference in America. No question about this. North Carolina leading it right now. Florida State is playing Clemson. They have a lead in that contest as we speak. And a logjam for second place.
You know who's really playing well right now? Louisville. Really playing well. And on the upside for them, they'll get Snyder back, and that'll take them up another notch. But they're playing outstanding basketball.
And the point guard, Quentin Snyder, despite his loss, have kept on winning.
Ball movement so important in Notre Dame. Share the basketball, execute offensively, be efficient. That's been one of the trademarks for Mike Bray and his kids. One of the best in the country and being efficient on the offensive end.
Bray's got a little bit smaller with this lineup today, starting Austin Torres, 6'7" senior, for the first time this season. Shot clock down to 5.
And he's not playing anybody down in the post, basically.
Colson has to get it up there to beat the shot clock, and Meeks has the rebound. He already has 4.
Well, North Carolina, Roy Williams has been quoted. I read the columns by Andrew Carter locally. Talks about the fact we got to do a better job defensively.
Jackson fouled on the arm of the hand by Vestoria. 16:43 to go here in the first half. Mike Bray's 17th year at the helm for Notre Dame. And his team in a slump right now, so he's talked about going a little bit smaller. He's taken Gebben out of the lineup, the 6'10" junior from Lithuania, at least at the outset. And for more on that, let's bring in Allison.
Yeah, the big thing for Mike Bray in going to this smaller lineup, he calls it downshifting. He feels like it gives them more driving area, and it just allows that floor to really open up. With Torres, he said he is a guy that's active, he's athletic, he really flies around, and that's something, that movement, that's something they've been missing offensively.
Well, you know, Torres really played well in their big win on the road against Miami. He was very active, got on the glass, defended well.
Choppy start offensively, picked off by Berry.
He's got numbers.
Got Jackson. He'll hit it.
Tremendous execution off the steal. He said that helps us in big ways, and we can force turnovers and get layups. Something they haven't done a whole lot of recently.
So a strike by the Tar Heels off the turnover. They committed 20 and 4. Beecham with a fall away. Short.
Tough shot. Tough shot. They're playing a good job defensively right now, North Carolina, making them take tough shots.
This is effectively a second home court for North Carolina. Way downtown by Williams with the triple. And a hot start causes a timeout for Mike Bray.
Quick TO, baby. He needed that right there, no doubt about it. Williams not known as a shooter. The live ball turnover is a nightmare. You don't want the live ball turnover. Like right there, that's an example. And now you got a 2-on-1, and he kicks it out to his right, and there it is. Little layup by Mr. Jackson. And then Mr. Williams, he forces the TO by hitting the big 3.
Early, 9-2, Dick Vitale against Notre Dame.
Well, great start right now by the Tar Heels. I'll tell you, life in the ACC doesn't get easy. You said it so well, Obi. There's no doubt about it. I don't care what the BBI says. I know the Vitale Ball Dome Index right there tells me loud and clear, ACC, top to bottom, the premier conference in basketball.
We see it all the time. You and I cover it. Not exclusively, but a lot of great ACC games, and I just haven't seen the caliber of play up and down every night that we see in the ACC anywhere else.
Well, you know, really, you got to give a lot of certainly credit to the Big 12 as well. Some great basketball that we saw yesterday. Some major, unbelievable surprises. Teams on the road winning, but top to bottom, this conference is by far number 1.
But Baylor and Kansas both going down at home after you and I saw them at Kansas and Allen Fieldhouse on Wednesday in a great game. A whistle there as the shot clock was winding down. 15:26 to go in the first half. Roy Williams has got Nate Britt in the game. And Tony Bradley just picked up his first foul. He just got in.
There's a little hoops hysteria. Take a look at that. You talk about in the Big 12, West Virginia goes down as well. Oregon, what a blowout over Arizona. Kentucky crushed, dominated on the glass. Syracuse, 1,000 wins. I'll tell you this, they celebrated, no question. 1,000 wins, my friend, from Mr. Boeheim. I don't care what they take away. They can't take away 1,000 great handshakes with a smile on his face after he walked out after a big W. And I like what Franny said. Fran Fraschilla had said, hey, I know the other schools, there's 1,000 losses, baby.
Somewhere there's 1,000 losses, right. Goodbye. What a great way. Jim Boeheim said one of the best wins of his career.
Wow.
One of the greatest wins of his career because of the way they came back and because it was against Bennett and Virginia.
Well, Virginia's so good defensively, and usually if they have a lead, a double-figure lead, that game is usually salted and put away.
North Carolina, 5-point early lead here. Of course, wall-to-wall Carolina blue here as the fans have made their way from Chapel Hill and all over the state. That one did not touch a thing by Jackson and out of play. So give me a look at the Coliseum. They're expecting 18,000 here today.
These people, if they had tickets over at Chapel Hill downstairs, they were entitled to sit anywhere they want downstairs, upstairs, students on the baseline. Greensboro does a great job in covering basketball. For years, the ACC tournament here has been unbelievable.
Farrell, quick step.
Oh, should have made the layup.
The shot stead by Gibbs won't fall. You're right.
Should have made a layup right there.
Take the shot, right?
Yeah, too unselfish.
Berry over the top. Tough grab there by Hickson. Out of play off him.
There's nobody near him. Come on now. I wouldn't make that layup. Are you kidding me? Take a look at it right here. Put a Mack truck through there. Make that layup. Make that layup. Even though the defense was starting to rotate over, he could have made that layup with the left hand.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you saw Tony Bradley, who's 6'11", right up in his grill there, but he's got to shoot that shot. Astoria trying to penetrate, and he kicks out. Here's Farrell. Yes, says he'll knock in a three.
See, that's Notre Dame's execution. Make the extra pass, find the open shooter, knock down the three. Free throw line, we know how good they are, even though lately they've slipped a little bit.
Yeah, they have. They've slipped to number 2 in the country, but barely behind Valpo. Oh, nice move there by Hicks to wriggle in.
Too tough on the inside right now, trying to match up with them. I think we'll see a lot of zone. In fact, when they lost North Carolina to Miami, they were beaten severely in that game, and also by Georgia Tech in a surprise. Those teams zoned exclusively against them. But they also had great games where they shot the ball well against zones too.
Sure did.
That's Virginia Tech.
Gibbs airborne, off the window, won't drop. Hicks tiptoeing the line, saves it.
North Carolina doing a good job though defensively, making them take tough shots.
Look at that crossover, and look at that stuff. It's Bradley to finish it, but it was Nate Britt with a nifty dribble and a terrific pass.
Just a great job of breaking the defense down and getting the layup.
He was lightning quick. 13-7 North Carolina. Colson, well defended. Tapped, he gets it back, and now tied up on the play. Talk about good defense by North Carolina by the combination of Bradley and Hicks.
Now look at that crossover. What a great crossover, and then drop the bounce pass for the layup.
And Bradley all by himself for the stuff.
Bradley gets the stuff, man, but his buddy with the crossover made it happen.
That was gorgeous. Farrell slams on the brakes, back out for Astoria. Will make 41% beyond the three-point line. It is a huge part of the attack for the Irish. Shot clock down to 13. Luger gives it up. Farrell in the paint. Nice give down low, and Gevin with the finish.
You know, really good execution of both clubs. Making the extra pass, using dribble penetration. Gevin gets the deuce. Gives him size inside, a little physicality.
He's 6'10". He is their paint protector. May, and a foul underneath. That's going to be inside the lane, and this will go against Gevin, the junior from Lithuania.
You know, you got guys like Nate Britt and Hicks, so much experience on the court for North Carolina. There is no doubt that they're going to be the legit contender for the national title. I really believe that when you look at North Carolina. They get the March Madness. They have too many weapons not to be a factor.
7 wins right now over the NCAA's top 50.
That's pretty impressive. I get a feeling they're going dancing.
Yeah, they like their chances. Out for Berry and a three. Battle for the rebound, and it'll go the other way.
Joe Berry's a young guy that puts too much pressure on himself, I think. He really gets a little down, and he really expects so much from himself. He was the MVP of the Maui tournament where they played brilliantly, beating Oklahoma State and also beating Wisconsin. He was also MVP last year in the ACC tournament. He's a winner. He's got a winner's mentality, but I think sometimes he puts too much weight on his shoulders.
Luke May just picked up his first foul for North Carolina. 13-9 the Tar Heels, leading the Fighting Irish. Astoria to the baseline. A reverse for 2.
That's good news for them. Him getting a really good start. As you said, 2 for 17 his last couple games, and now he's got 2 baskets already in this game.
And an Iron Man. This is his 105th consecutive start for Notre Dame today. Berry trying to penetrate and kick. Meeks caught it, laid it in.
Nice little play on the baseline. They're using the bounce pass well. That's a good tip for you young kids watching out there. Use that bounce pass. Got a lot of hoop fanatics watching today before they get ready for that. Is there a football game today? I think it's a football game.
Some, I think, merit a little bit later on. Tipped up, big banger Gibbon, and a foul against Carolina. They're going to get Williams for that personal. Well, he was down on the floor. His first. 11-10 to go here in the first half at Greensboro. North Carolina by 4.
They're fair.
I always see them with the headphones on, listening to whatever music gets them in the zone before they take the court. Well, for this Beyond the Bucket, I asked Tar Heels players what they listen to that might surprise some people.
I would probably say some of my 90s stuff, just because it's old. You know, you don't really hear a lot of young people listening to old music.
I got a bunch of like old R&B, Luther, Kenny Lattimore, Kim, Joe, all that type of stuff.
My musician is Sam Smith. It's not my kind of music. I'm a hardcore rap guy, so it's a little soft, but I listen to it.
I would say Jealous by Nick Jonas. That's a good song. But, hey, people probably be surprised I listen to it.
Listening to these guys and finding out the musicians they consider old, the music they consider old school, yeah, reminded me of my age a little bit.
Yeah, you're not lying, Allison.
Hey, where's Lionel Richie and where's Smokey Robinson, the Motown Supers?
All-time classic. Difficult shot there, but Bastoria sticks that. The senior now has 6. This is a good start for Bastoria and for Notre Dame, and on the line, they're going to turn it over.
Well, especially they haven't shot well. That's 5 for 13 right now. On the other side, North Carolina's got 7 baskets off 6 assists, shooting 58%. And that comes the way of John Madre, who's as good as it gets as a stat guy.
Here.
If you think I'm figuring that out, people, you are out of your mind. That is my man to the left, Mr. Madre.
One thing he does, he makes us sound smart.
Yeah. Pretty tough to do with me.
No, that's not true. And Britt gets the inbounds. He had the play of the day so far with a nifty crossover.
2-3 zone right now. Going to go to a little zone. He said we'll see zone early. That means North Carolina's going to have to find some perimeter shots.
Meeks doubled up, flips it up, draws the contact, and Kennedy Meeks will be at the line. This big senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, hit by T.J. Gibbs. We talked about this a little bit earlier. North Carolina facing a lot of zones. Expect that to be the case today, too.
Yeah, really expect the zones because a lot of people think, Barry certainly can make the 3. Jackson's got some good numbers this year, but he's been up and down as a 3-point shooter. They're not really got a long-range shooter, but that's going to open it up on the glass. The one thing about the 2-3 zone, it gives you lanes, and that's one area where North Carolina excels on the offensive board, so that could be a positive.
And maybe the best rebounding team in America.
Yeah, you can make that case. There's no question about it. I just think in America right now, it is so wacky what's going on. I love what's happening. You got teams getting beat up and down from the top 10. It's going to create a March Madness that's going to be a journey to the title that's going to be outstanding.
North Carolina with a 2-point lead. Opportunity to tie. Gavin blocked by Meeks.
Great
Big fella
defensive
got up
play
there.
by Meeks rotating over.
They've been doing that early in this one. Woods. Kick into the corner. The open shooter, Williams. Well, he was wide open, but tipped up and in.
And there's the offensive boards again, Toby. They're working the offensive glass.
Meeks will get the basket.
Well, the zone gives you those kind of lanes to get in there to the offensive glass.
Isaiah Hicks, the 6'9 senior, ready to get back in now for Roy Williams. Let's go back to that block.
Here's a little look on the inside. Kennedy Meeks rotates over. Great timing on the block shot. He's a double-double guy. I'm giving him a double-double. Even though it's 9.5, I took math, went there. It's 0.5. You're going up to 10.
Round it up.
So, Mr. Meeks, you're a double-double guy.
Now, Colson's one of those guys for Notre Dame at 16 and 11. Meeks hopping into the lane, very active on the offensive end, but tipped to Farrell.
Farrell, one of the most improved guys in America from where he came from last year.
Pfluger lets fly, and a three-pointer on target.
Pfluger gives him a nice little push off the bench. Comes out of California. We're going to have a good game here. There's no doubt about it. These are 2 quality teams.
Hicks with a spin. Look at the athleticism to hang in the air and use the window.
Well, Hicks gives him a good score on the inside. Very versatile with his scoring ability. Playing without their energy guy, though, today, Pinson. And he's valuable to them.
Look at Meeks hopping in there to deflect it out of play. Rivalry week starts on Monday at ESPN. An ACC Big 12 doubleheader. Number 6 Louisville, number 9 Virginia at 7. When we're done there, it's the Sunflower Showdown between Kansas and Kansas State. Big Monday on ESPN, also streaming live on the ESPN app.
Well, Kansas State had that great win, Bruce Weber's club over Baylor. Lost a heartbreaker to Kansas earlier this year at home.
Colson, that was in and out, but he'll be at the line for 2.
When I say home, I meant at Jayhawk land.
Well, you were mentioning Theo Pinson, who's out with an ankle injury. He was on the floor in the hours before the tip today. You and I saw him walking back off the floor after a workout. He looked good. He looked like he was getting close.
Yeah, he told me, though, he's not ready right now. I think you'll see him in the next game. Here's Notre Dame now. Second in the nation to Valparaiso. And there's a look at Pinson. Valpo shooting 80.9 as a team, and Notre Dame shooting 80.5, but they're still on target to be the all-time leading shooting team in the history of the ACC, which is 79%. I believe he said North Carolina State, 79.
That's correct, yep.
They've run on tough times. Mark Godfrey's club losing a lot of tough games. There's that 2-3 zone. They like to get the ball to Meeks on the inside and use him as a scorer or a passer.
Jackson's 3 glances away and a whistle at 8:33 to go in the half.
Yeah, Jackson really struggled shooting the 3 last year. North Carolina last year came so close to that national title, to that dramatic shot by Mr. Jenkins of Villanova.
What a shot.
And
only a 3 at the buzzer.
And Villanova, to me, still is one of those clubs. People got to show me they're better than them. That club finds a way to win.
Roy Williams averaging 28 wins a year in his Hall of Fame career.
That's pretty good. 28 a year. Wow. You don't go to television with those kind of numbers. No. You stay on the side.
Is that why you're next to me? You didn't quite get to the 28 a year.
I didn't have 28 a year.
Hicks, nice touch.
I had 30 though with the Pistons.
You did.
We lost 52.
Problem is the schedule. 82 long. 21-18, Carolina. The fans are up here in Greensboro. Farrell lets fly, but too strong.
That's Hicks on the glass. Good rebounder on the inside.
Williams off the wing to stick the triple.
That's the second one he's knocked down. Streaky shooter. I'll tell you, there's a bounce to the step here out of the North Carolina players. Notre Dame's playing well, but they're still right now running into a club that's playing exceptional. It's why they're down 6.
Luger taking on Hicks. The kick for Farrell. Another shot. He buries the 3.
Both clubs really executing, finding open man, making the extra pass, being unselfish.
Williams wants the baseline here. The teardrop. It'll roll in.
He's becoming a scorer all of a sudden today. Wow.
He once scored 50 in a high school game. He has 8 points in the first half.
Man-to-man defense. North Carolina, nothing fancy. Spreading the court, Notre Dame. Mike Bray's such a great teacher in offensive execution.
Farrell off the fake. A 2-pointer, yes.
Simple, kids. See the little ball fake? Little ball fake creates space.
Hicks had a catch blocked out of the sky by Colson. He really got up there.
I don't know about you, Obi. I feel this is like March Madness right now. The enthusiasm, the energy. This place is special. Call your friends up. Have a little party before the Super Bowl.
Now there's a better way to inflate everything.
The last time these two met in Greensboro was the ACC Championship in 2015. Notre Dame used an explosive second half run to knock off North Carolina. You see an exultant Mike Bray there. The final was 90-82. It was a terrific basketball game. .56 to go here in the first half. Let's bring in Allison.
Well, Obi, Mike Wright told us before the game that win against UNC was the most impactful win in program history. It did so much to validate them in the ACC, and pretty incredible when you consider it was their first conference championship, and they did it in just their second year here in the conference. What's really incredible, too, is how well Notre Dame has played against teams in the state of North Carolina. That first year in the league, they went 0-3 against teams in the Tar Heel State. Since then, 7-1.
I'll tell you one thing, yeah, he's really loved coming to North Carolina. Hey, Allison, I agree with him as being a great, significant moment during his era at certainly Notre Dame. I mean, the fact to beat North Carolina and beat Duke within 24 hours in the state of Carolina is an incredible achievement. However, the greatest, to me, achievement belongs to Digger Phelps and that breaking that unbelievable win streak of UCLA.
You know who would agree with him? Digger will. Yeah,
well, Digger will agree. I think a lot of people don't. Obi, 88 in a row,
man.
Oh,
you're not kidding.
88 in a row was an incredible achievement to beat that great UCLA team.
North Carolina had missed 4 foul shots, and now they have missed 5 out of their first 6. So you talked about Notre Dame's ability to hit those foul shots, and late in games, even though it's hurt them lately, they haven't been nearly as good. They're one of the great foul shooting teams in the country. They've won a lot of games because of their proficiency at the line.
It really hurt them against Duke. They missed 9 in the Duke game, and Duke, I believe, was 20 for like 21.
Carolina, very solid team at the line at 71%. A whistle, it was 6:20 to go in a half.
You know, I think everybody right now, Chapel Hill's going to close their ears. They don't want to hear me say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to say it anyway because I don't think they can hear me. People better watch out.
Yeah.
The Dukies are going to go on a roll.
You think so?
The Dukies are going to go on a roll.
Coach
I don't
K's
think
back.
out of my mind. I think with the whole effect, I think when you think with Jeff Capel, he was in a tough situation, came in a tough time, had some injuries. They're getting healthy right now.
Colson with a lead-in shot for 2.
They missed a double dribble.
They did. The fans
Farrell,
believe it.
definitely, I thought that a double dribble. But I really think Duke's going to start to roll. I do in my heart. I believe it. I believe it.
It has got to have an incredible settling impact that Coach K is back on that bench as he was yesterday. And the way he acted was, he acted like he was 25 years old. He said, I had missed it so much. And to be received like that and to get back into what he does so well, I mean, better than anybody, really amazing.
Well, he was so emotional. I spoke to him about 48 hours before he was going to come back. We talked on the phone about how he was feeling. And I'm telling you right now, he loves what he's doing. And he went on to praise the job that Jeff Capel did under a tough situation.
If they went 4-3 with Capel taking over while Mike was out with the back, Meeks at the line.
Okay, no more talking Duke. I don't want people in Chapel Hill writing me letters. Don't write me a letter. I'm not going to read it. So don't write me it. I love what they do at North Carolina. You know, you go to North Carolina, they say you talk too much Duke. You go to Duke, they say you talk too much North Carolina. Can't win. The only way you win is when you get your check. First and 15.
North Carolina on top here, 29-25, and what's expected to go right down to the wire here this afternoon in Greensboro. Meeks has played with great bounce today. Been all over the glass.
I don't know about you, but this crowd is alive. It is really alive here this afternoon.
Big time. Well, they had to wait with the game backed up a day. Pfluger, he's been hot from 3 and stays hot.
And Pfluger right now, giving him a big lift off that bench. Handles the ball exceptionally well. Played in a great program at Notre Dame, California.
One of 6 Notre Dame shooters who hit at least 40% beyond the three-point line.
That's a big plus. When you got guys that can make that 3, that's a big plus. Look at the offensive boards.
Right back up, Bradley, tip from behind. Keeps on working. He gets fouled on the play.
Really, a lot of tenacity on the glass right there by North Carolina. They pride themselves on the glass. Tom Izzo for years, Roy Williams for years have always had outstanding rebounding teams. They've had great athletes, but they do a terrific job of motivating, inspiring their players about the importance of going after that ball.
Farrell with his second foul to put Bradley, the freshman at the line, out of the state of Florida, where he was Mr. Basketball.
Foul line really hurt him here this afternoon thus far. Look at the domination in the lane. Wow, look at those numbers. I don't have to repeat it because people can read them right on there. They read better than I do.
North Carolina so far 4 for 10 at the line. We'll see if that becomes an issue later.
40%. It's not going to get you done in a close game. It'll put you away, put you on the loser side.
Britt back in, the senior.
I love the improvement of this kid, Farrell. I love seeing kids like this come out of nowhere, sat the pine, played very limited minutes last year.
What a jump in scoring from 3 to 14 a game. Gibbs denied. Bradley comes away with it. Back off for Jackson.
That size really hurt them defensively right there.
Berry.
Matched up with a freshman right now. Gibbs is going to be a very good player for the Notre Dame.
Jackson with the jumper. He's got a little bit cold, but Bradley up and in for 2.
Offensive rebounding again. Pretty tough. Mike Bryce said, he told Allison, she asked him about that before the game. He said, I'm going to have to live with some of that. That size, that athleticism. When you got size, you got athletes, I mean, they're going to get on the glass. They create a problem.
Astoria, the Irish need him to the left hand. No.
Terrific drive right there by Astoria. Had a good angle to the basket, didn't convert.
Rivalry week rolls on Tuesday at ESPN. An SEC Big Ten doubleheader at 7. Malik Monk and number 8 Kentucky. They got thumped yesterday, taking on LSU at Rupp Arena. Then we head back to Ann Arbor for a matchup. It's Michigan State and Michigan.
Yeah, they really did get thumped on the glass. I think it was something like 54-29. It was complete domination. That Florida team's a very good team. You and I saw them a week earlier, and we're impressed. Mike White's done a terrific job getting them to play as a unit. Casey Hill was great. They shut down Monk.
Hicks driving in and banks into and a foul.
They are really attacking the lane inside, taking advantage of their strength, their interior, and their bench jumps with joy. Oh, they love it here in Greensboro. Right here, watch the entrance. There's the drive. Hicks with the basket. They celebrate. They love it. A little pre-Super Bowl party. Join us.
Don't worry, you don't have to choose. We're going coast to coast, baby. 'Cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind.
Thursday gonna be a blast. East Coast, West Coast. Hicks at the line here. He has 8 points, a very solid first half.
What a great matchup. I mean, North Carolina and Duke, it doesn't get better. I've been in TV 38 years. I had the good fortune to sit at courtside for 35 years of those games. And I'm telling you, they are special. I used to love doing those games, Obi. They were unbelievable.
North Carolina nearly turning it over. Out for Farrell and launching the three. Colson grabs the rebound, back up and in.
They need Bonzi to start giving him some rebounding, because right now it's like an 8-to-1 edge on the offensive glass with North Carolina.
Red looking for the quick strike. Notre Dame comes away with the board. Yeah, Colson leading the ACC with 11 rebounds per game. He's been a monster down there.
Yeah, he really is a guy that's been very active in him. And he's not a big guy either.
Luger got a good look, but no basket there. And North Carolina, as Notre Dame quickly gets back.
It is vital for Notre Dame. Any chance to win this game, they're going to have to make threes, because they cannot handle them on the interior. They cannot stop them inside with that size, and the only way they can negate that is making threes to offset that.
Tony Bradley coming off the bench and has 7 points for North Carolina.
They think he's got stardom all over. They think he'll be a great player eventually here.
Here's the jumper by Beecham. So far, he's been real quiet. He came in averaging 15 day.
Yeah, Beecham's got to step up, give him some points. They're going to the three ball, but they got to stop making them.
And tossed out a play intended for the big fella. They've turned it over 3 times. Michael Smith and Jamel Hill want you to join them for the new 6 o'clock Sports Center on ESPN, bringing their own brand of style and personality, sports, music, movies, and more. Party starting Monday, and as always, the 6 is also available, streaming live on the ESPN app.
Should be a lot of fun. Here's North Carolina with that 7-point lead. Been dominating on the glass, but Notre Dame still within, you're under double digits.
Meeks did a great job to cause that turnover with that denied defense right here on the side.
And that's, again, one of the great strengths of when you look at Notre Dame is execution, not turning it over. So forcing a turnover is a big plus for North Carolina, because Notre Dame's one of the best in the country protecting the basketball.
Colson eventually knocked it out of play.
Boy, Meeks wanted the ball. He was in great position. He wanted the ball in the post, and they missed him.
Beecham with the rejection.
He's a space eater on the entire inside. Kenny Meeks, solid player in his career here. He's done an unbelievable job with his weight situation since he's arrived.
Just picked up his second foul. It's 1-and-1 time now for Notre Dame. And T.J. Gibbs, the freshman from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, will be at the line.
Well, this is big for them because they're so good on the free throw line. You get into the 1-on-1 early, that's a big plus for them. Especially if they can convert on the line like they should.
Now, their foul shooting has been, Allison Williams, just amazing to watch.
Yeah, they're hitting 80% on the season, but the last 3 games, they've dropped off at the free throw line, shooting just 66% as a team. So Coach Bray went back to how it was at the beginning of the season and repped free throws a ton. After 5-on-5 sessions, he'll have them go around the practice court shooting 1-and-1s and then the 2 free throws. So the hope for them is to get the reps and then get the confidence up. He charted all of their free throws, sent it to him in an email, along with the reps records for the NCAA free throw percentage, 82% in 1984, and the ACC. So that is a mark they feel they can hit as a team, and Bray just wanted to remind them of it.
That's a great bit of coaching, a great bit of research by you, Allison. Terrific job.
Jackson, yeah, he'll bury that three-pointer. He's 40% out there.
That's why his game has been elevated this year. He showed ability to make the outside shot. He's got the long wingspan, plays hard all the time. One thing both these clubs are going to do, they're going to play with a lot of passion, a lot of feeling. They're going to play with a lot of intensity.
Dolson slipped a little bit, and a reach-in foul by North Carolina. May have bailed him out because he was having trouble with the feet.
We're going to watch Jackson get free here off the penetration by Barry. He knows where his teammate is. Great vision, finds him, and he drains it. Great arc on the shot.
Now they got Joel Berry for his second foul, so he has to go to the bench here with so little time left before halftime.
Steve Robinson does a heck of a job as an assistant on that sideline. Been there for years. Former Florida State head coach, who, by the way, the Noles are rolling big time today over Clemson. We'll see that, by the way. We're going to see Florida State. We're coming up to the Golden Dome. Digger, if you're watching, you better get your checkbook out and buy me some dinner, baby. He's got the unbelievable shortest arms and the deepest pockets of anybody I've met.
About to say, this would be a history-making moment should it happen. 40-33. North Carolina with the ball. Tar Heels looking for their 21st win.
Really putting pressure big time on Notre Dame on the inside.
Britt. Here's May. Thought about the three. Now the two. Yes.
You know, May doesn't score a lot of points. He scored right there, a little 15-footer. But you and I saw him get 15 rebounds off the bench against Florida State in that big win when they played well. Vincent had 10. They got 25 rebounds off the bench from Vincent and May. See, I think rebounding becomes contagious. Everybody decides to step in when you get a few guys doing it.
It certainly has been for the Tar Heels. Dolson banging against May. Lost it for a moment. Shot clock is down to 5.
Oh, you almost had to steal.
Stolen away finally and fired over the head of Woods on a play.
The Falcons hope that Mr. Ryan doesn't miss Jones on those kind of when he gets open. All I know is Tom Brady and company are going to win another one. They're going to celebrate up in Boston. 5 for Mr. Brady. Greatest quarterback of all time. Case closed.
Some Falcons fans hoping for Matt Ryan to be the star today.
Matt Ryan's had a tremendous year.
Well, this crowd is up here at the tail end of the first half.
I told you during the break, this is a lively South Cedar. Man, they're really active here today.
That feels like the ACC tournament in this building.
I know.
Like in the final.
It's going to be a Barclays this year in Brooklyn.
Astoria taking the bump, and he'll be at the line with 5.4 before halftime, hit by Hicks.
Yeah, Roy Williams not happy with a foul situation there, especially the way the Irish convert on the free throw line. What I love about Roy, you saw Jim Boeheim yesterday. These guys have so many wins, they're Hall of Famers, but they all care about the current moment. I mean, it was great to watch Jim Boeheim reaching up to the crowd. I'll be honest, at first I didn't know why they rushed the court. I said, gee, Syracuse has been a national championship. Okay, they beat a Virginia team. Then it dawned on me, hearing people mention it was his 1,000th win. Even though the NCAA said, no, we took some away. They can't take away walking out of the arena with that handshake and smile on your face.
Rare miss at the line for Notre Dame.
Congratulations.
Time to get off a shot. Here's Britt. Got it off in time, but could not hit it. But North Carolina hit enough to have a 42-34 lead at halftime over Notre Dame. But they've really done it in the lane, haven't they?
Inside the interior, the offensive rebound has been an unbelievable story for North Carolina.
And we will take the break here at halftime as well. Kennedy Meeks really getting it done with 9 points and 6 rebounds. We'll be handing it over to Matt and Dino in the studio. Carolina with the lead at the break. ESPN's Journey to the Tourney, presented by Sonic, a season-long spotlight on games impacting the tournament. Dick Vitale, Dave O'Brien with you. Here's a look at today's Sonic Showdown. and how North Carolina built an 8-point lead at halftime, shooting the ball very effectively, but really getting it done, Dick, in the paint.
Yeah, really doing a great job on the inside. The offensive glass has been really strong for them. They've dominated on the inside.
Let's bring in Allison Williams now with Roy Williams.
Coach Williams, what have you liked about the way you attacked the paint in that first half?
Well, we got to the offensive boards. I don't like missing all those first shots, but we got to the offensive boards, and that was important to us. We've got to get our big guys to move in there and then move out, move back in and move out a little quicker.
Right, thank you.
And again, North Carolina, Dick, showing how good they are in the paint, around the glass. They doubled Notre Dame in rebounds, 24-12.
Well, they have a number of guys on the inside, too. They got 4 guys active on the glass. They out-rebound them on the offensive glass. Take a look right here. They're just too strong on the inside. Whether you talk Hicks, you talk Meeks, it doesn't matter. They got dominant performances around the basket. And that's been a real Achilles heel, as Al McGuire would say, for Notre Dame. Fighting Irish really don't have that kind of size and athleticism around the goal. You can only offset that if they're going to start making threes. You know, it's pretty tough to say they're down 8 and they played fairly well, Notre Dame.
Yes.
You know what's amazing, too? You would have told me that they would have scored 42, they'd be up 8, and Joe Barry has not scored. Has not scored.
In fact, Barry and Britt, without a point between the two of them, but they did have 8 assists, so they've been pounding it into the bigs.
That's a great point, Obi. Finding open people, taking advantage for the high percentage shot. Shot selection's always been a big factor for Roy Williams.
Meeks wants that paint. He'll draw the foul, and let's bring in Allison.
UNC has had on the boards and in the paint how well UNC has played there in the first half. I talked to Mike Bray, and he said, as you can see, they're going to start big here to begin the half and play some zone to hopefully have some more success. But he will still go small again. He said, we have to find a way to score with our small lineup, and hopefully in the second half we can better absorb the rebounds that UNC comes up with.
Well, Alex Stevens tells us before the game, scoring has really been a difficult factor for them. He said he liked what he did the second half against Duke. Came back. That hurts, man. When you got guys who are not counted on to put points on the board, hitting threes, that's his third, is it not, Williams?
He has 11 points, yes. So a big lift off the bench. He averages 6 points a game.
He's more a guy going to give you defense, be active.
In and out by Vestorian, trying to answer.
And one shot, baby, one shot.
Williams thought about another one. The bounce for Berry. He is wide open, but well short.
Well, Berry's been a facilitator today. He's been a guy, been the creator.
Farrell denied on the baseline. He comes in averaging 14 points and 6 assists per game. He's really passing well.
Nice backdoor clock.
He'll lay it in.
What a terrific pass by Gavin, the big guy. Catches the defense staring at the ball. You know,
Berry flips it up and draws the whistle.
Talked about shot selection a little bit earlier about Roy Williams. He learned that from his mentor, Dean Smith, the Michelangelo of coaching. Stressed that on a regular basis when he was at North Carolina. High percentage shots, and Roy has followed suit.
Yeah, he talked about that with us before the game. I thought it was fascinating as Berry goes to the line after Gavin fouls him. He said, you know, back in the day, he said 100 years ago, as he put it, when he was on the bench next to the great Dean Smith, one of his jobs was keeping points per possession. They were ahead of their time at that point.
That's what he said. He said, we were doing that years ago. We thought that was one of the most important stats. See, I think we overstat now. We overanalyze. There's certain stats that are vital, and they don't hide. Shooting percentages, what you do defensively, what you get in terms of points per each possession. Those are important.
Dean was ahead of his time in more ways than one, in about 100 different ways. Farrell with it. Shot clock down to 10. On the move, Pfluger. Down low, Colson. Oh, great block there. Pinned up against the glass by Hicks. Now he scrambles for it, and he got it free. That's going to be off Notre Dame.
Whoa, little football Sunday. Diving on the floor, hustling, defense.
Oh, Hicks with a terrific block here.
You're going to watch Hicks rotate over, comes all the way from the help side. Great timing on the block shot. Here it is. Now look at the ball loose. Look at this hustle. Look at this scrap. Comes up with the fumble. Oh, Nelly.
Rolling in. A little pigskin. That went off the backboard and a whistle. It'll go the other way. With 17:45 to go here in the second half, Meeks will pick up his third.
You know, when North Carolina is focused and they're playing defense, they're rebounding, they're executing by making the extra pass, they're as good as anybody in the nation. And I really mean that. And I think that the one thing we look this year in the nation, it's going to be an incredible run. And people better realize Gonzaga is legit. They are legit. You saw what Florida did to Kentucky? Well, I saw Gonzaga set a courtside against Florida in the second half when they dominated the second half. Mark Few's club is absolutely legitimate.
Men's basketball alone undefeated. Beecham to the lane. Yes, got it to go to blocking foul.
That's a big-time drive right there. You spot an opening, you attack. Notre Dame Smalls, Allison talked about, there's the drive to the goal.
So Williams picks up the personal to put Beecham to the line for a three-point play. Makes 81%.
Well, if the secondary defender comes over and is in that arc, automatically the ball's going to go to the offensive player. Look at the size inside, trying to match up. Got a mismatch around the basket.
Williams gets himself a good look. Bradley went up for the rebound, knocked out a play. 17-13 to go. Carolina is 112-30 in games played at the Greensboro Coliseum all time, and 7-0 in NCAA tournament games here. Barry leaves it off, and a quick dish, and the strike for Bradley.
You know, you look at Barry's numbers and you say, well, he's not shooting well, but he's done a terrific job passing the basketball, and I know that's going to really bring a lot of praise from Roy Williams.
He has 6 assists today. The story of the man that the Fighting Irish really need to get going. Slammed on the brakes. Colson sticks it.
Bonzie Colson, been such a solid player in Notre Dame. Dad was a heck of a player at the University of Rhode Island.
Yeah, he was a 4-year starter at center for Rhode Island.
Foul line area opening in a 2-3 zone. They're going to slash. See, they're rotating guys up to that foul line area.
Jackson's jumper. Got it, a three.
That's how you break the zone, baby. Go inside, outside, and get guys that can make shots. Roy Williams has to be unbelievably pleased with the way his team is playing today.
Well, they were shooting over 50% in the first half at the break. And now a foul on Jackson as he picks up number 2.
Carolina going to try to go to the interior, run that foul line area, which I talked about, and use him as a passer. And there's Jackson going to finish it off inside, outside.
Barry trying to stick with Farrell. Open shooter is Beecham. In and out with a 3.
And Barry with the rebound on the inside. Very strong, physical. Watched him play in high school. Some out of Orlando.
Changing direction and banked it in. That was savvy.
And he can do that. There's no doubt he can score.
Well, a bit of a danger zone now for Notre Dame, Dick.
Yeah, absolutely. Good timeout by Mike Bray. Incredible spirit here today. These Carolina fans have loved what they've seen. They've been executing.
Antoine Jameson, 1998, the NCAA regional final victory. So they know how to win on this floor and in Greensboro, period.
And a few other players that knew how to win too, by the name of Michael, the Magnificent, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Perkins, Mr. Worthy. Bill Ford used to wave the white flag when he went to the four corners.
Farrell, a 3 that they really needed as he knocks in a triple. He has 13.
That's the only way they can really get into the game. Right now, they've been struggling shooting the 3. They got to make threes to offset the dominant play on the interior. So he's taking advantage. Look at the size differential.
Kicks to the other side of the iron, but no.
He tried to make degree of difficulty. He thought maybe he'd get 5 for that.
Beecham sizes up a three-pointer, but short. 36% of their points come beyond the three-point line, 4th most among major conference teams. Now a 10-point game with North Carolina in front over Notre Dame. Great night of hoops coming up on Thursday at ESPN.
That's some kind of matchup there. Duke, North Carolina. Hey, Oregon, UCLA. What about Oregon and what they did to Arizona? They embarrassed the Wildcats. Have been playing so good.
May got a look underneath. Tipped and controlled by the Irish. Coming in at 17-6, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak.
See, right now it's big. Can't turn the ball over there.
Berry, despite some contact, maintaining the basketball. Great block out of nowhere came Pfluger.
Pfluger really has given him a big lift, offensively, defensively. Plays hard during the passing lane. I'll tell you one thing, these Notre Dame kids are fighting. They're playing fairly well. They just can't make for that size. There's the block right here. Pfluger comes over from the help side. Size, such a difference in this game.
13 on the shot clock now for Carolina. Berry sticks the 3.
That hurts. That one hurts. But that's what'll happen when you take 500 shots on your own. Nobody in the arena. And he did it for 2 days to try to get back his rhythm. Joel Berry.
7 points, all of those, Dick, in the second half. Vastoria trying to get closer. He'll draw the foul out high with 13:59 left.
Tell one thing, North Carolina playing really hard on the defensive end. That was a big concern of Roy Williams and talking to Andrew Carter from the News Observer when I read the article preparing for the game. He said, defensively, we got to go up. I don't like the way teams are shooting against us.
You know, early in the season, they were actually one of the better defensive teams, defensive efficiency in the country. It's really been the last 4 or 5 games where that slipped.
That has slipped. Sometimes those stats can be very misleading, but the one stat you can't hide is the shooting percentage of teams against you.
Pfluger goes down, no whistle there. Gevin with the save. Farrell's been the hot hand, but he didn't shoot it. And now Beecham trying to operate, and he's held up and fouled.
And Beecham's been kind of quiet. He's one of the veteran players that's taken him to 2 Elite Eights.
That is 3 on Berry.
And they got beat by North Carolina in the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four last year. They were down 11 in the second half. Roy was telling us the story. He said Notre Dame was down 11, came back, took a 1-point lead, and Pinson was the difference maker.
Who's out right now, and so is Berry to the bench. In Pinson's case, it's an ankle. Paying attention, he's had a lot of feet problems.
Berry showed him good leadership skills on that floor. Shot wasn't falling early, but he's getting the ball to people.
Beecham lifts and connects on a 2-pointer.
They need it. They cannot win unless Beecham, Vastoria, and Colson score for them. Those 3, it's a must.
May in the lane. Yeah, that's a tough shot and one.
There's that size taking advantage of people on the inside with little mismatches. As May really gives him a nice lift off the bench. Rebound, look, sitting in tight. There he is, spins to the lane, goes over the left shoulder. Gets in nice and deep. Nice little bounce pass, does the double team, and he still scores.
That's smart in about 5 different ways, but it also picks up Gevin's 4th foul. So Gevin is in deep foul difficulty, and May connects for a 3-point play.
He gives them a lot of size, which they lacked.
And this is the biggest lead today for the Tar Heels, up 60-46. Beecham trying to get into the paint. And just frankly lost by Pfluger. Just rolled off his fingertips. He fights to knock it out of play, but North Carolina will have it. Mike Bray thought maybe off Carolina.
Well, you know, Mike Bray right now going through a little tough slide here. They've lost 3 in a row. They got this battle right here. Second half of the year, though, the schedule gets a little better when they go in the second half of the ACC.
Brett lines it up, barely nicking the iron. May picks off the rebound, working real hard, draws a foul.
May likes the rebound. You talked about his 15 rebounds off the bench against Florida State. Florida State went through a little slide after that 5-1 against 6 nationally rated teams. That's just life in the ACC.
Colson with number 3. So some trouble all of a sudden for Bonzie Colson, a junior out of New Bedford, Massachusetts. Pfluger will go to the bench.
Only area where North Carolina has not excelled this afternoon is on the free throw line.
How about this now? Getting word that Florida State is beating Clemson at the moment by 50 points.
Wow.
Not 15, 50.
Wow. They're capable. They got that deep bench. They went through that little slide. Georgia Tech put the hurt on them. Then they lost to Syracuse.
Yeah, they're locked up right now, three-way tie for second. Carolina leading the conference. Beecham, nice little turnaround as he will knock in his 8th and 9th points.
Well, Beecham's had a heck of a career at Notre Dame. They got to come up with some stops if they want to get back in this game. Something had a difficult time.
Jackson turning on the Jets. What a pretty land.
Oh, what a great play. Are you serious, Mr. Jackson? That's not Reggie Jackson. That's Justin Jackson. We got so many Jacksons. You got Josh Jackson. You got Justin Jackson. But they all got one thing in common. They all can play.
Kick out for Farrell and a triple. He airmailed that one too strong. Pastoria with the board. And the lane Colson. Bradley got a fingertip on it.
Oh,
no foul on the play. Bradley hit the deck.
Mike Britt.
And now a whistle on the shot make by Beecham. I think both coaches thought they had fouls going their way on that whole exchange.
Take a look at Justin Jackson, JJ, baby.
Monday on ESPN, an ACC Big 12 doubleheader, number 6 Louisville and number 9 Virginia at 7. And when we're done, the Sunflower Showdown between number 3 Kansas and Kansas State. Big Monday presented by eBay.
Well, that was a great win for Kansas State, man. Beating a good Baylor team. Reese Weber's club. Hey, let's not forget Purdue going on the road, beating an outstanding Maryland team. Swanigan, to me, has to be one of the 5 best players in the country if you're picking an All-American team.
Great year. And Hicks rolls in for 2.
Nice 2-man game. They're just excelling in every area except the free throw line, North Carolina. I'll be down Thursday night for Indiana-Purdue. That's always a special rivalry.
Be with you there. Can't wait for that one. A great environment as always there as Colson has it up high. Backdoor cut, Pastoria.
Nice little 2-man play. See, Roy not happy with that. Gets off the bench, strolls down the other end. He doesn't care that they're up right now 12. He wants to see him play some defense. You got to see ball you man. That's a must.
Hicks is traveling.
See, right now, they got to hit a 3 or 2 to get momentum. When you're looking at Notre Dame, they need a couple of 3s. And the guys that can do that certainly are Pastoria, Farrell. They got ability to make them, Beecham. I mean, they're still hanging around, only down 12. And Notre Dame's a club that can't score from the perimeter quickly.
And plenty of time. 10:36. That's going to go the other way. A foul against Notre Dame.
Out of control. Veteran player. Pastoria a little bit out of control right there.
Number 2 on him.
Can't give up possessions. You're down 12. You can't give up possessions without a shot, Obi. It's like you can't give up the microphone. You give it to me, you might not get it back.
10:25 to go here in the second half in Greensboro.
Man-to-man defense came back out of his zone.
Knocked out a play by Gibbs on the kick, so Carolina will keep it. This, by the way, the 59th time in North Carolina history that they have won at least 20 games.
Amazing when you talk about a program that's been an elite program. We saw it the other night with Kansas when we were up there. I know they lost yesterday, but we saw the incredible numbers posted at that Allen Fieldhouse, one of the great venues in basketball.
Jackson with a turn, but no. Little Matt Farrell at about 6'1", plucking that rebound. He's had a strong day.
He's a very tough guy. He really has toughness about him.
Gibbs slicing into the lane. And a whistle. Foul against Carolina.
Gibbs comes from a real basketball family. A couple of brothers played big-time Division I basketball. Pittsburgh, Seton Hall, Connecticut.
Kenny Williams with number 4. And this is a bit of a development because he's played so well, Dick, with 11 points, but he's going to have to come out.
Well, he's going out and you're bringing in Barry, who was only the MVP of the ACC tournament, the MVP, made the all-tournament team in the NCAA tournament as well.
And he has 3 fouls himself, Barry, and he's coming in.
I think Gibbs got a real great upside to him. His future really going to be bright.
Yeah, he had 12 points in 19 minutes against Duke, 13 points against Virginia Tech. And at the line here for this outstanding foul shooting team.
Can't get into single digits. He's been hanging 10. Every time he gets down to 10 as well, North Carolina comes back with a big play.
So it feels like a big possession here. Jackson for Britt.
The missed shot has been a great advantage for them.
Beekson Colson.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. The shoulder was leveled into him.
That's his 4th.
That's number 4 for Kennedy Meeks. That takes some size out of the game. Watch this now, the shoulder. He has the contact. Man, that's easy to see.
Some of these fans would disagree. They thought Colson maybe flopped a bit.
If Notre Dame's going to make a run and get back, the next 3 minutes are vital to them.
Bonzie Colson. Beecham.
They're challenging. North Carolina trying to challenge the three-point shooters.
Shot clock at 7. Farrell's 3. Got it all net.
What a big 3. Wow.
14.
My buddy Billy Referee say onions, baby. He's got onions.
It's a 7-0 run here for the Irish.
Will the Irish make this a real tough mail-ox smasher?
11 to shoot now for the Tar Heels. Barry spins to the paint. What a tough shot and a foul.
He drew the contact. They were too stationary on offense. And 4 guys were taking pitches like the Kodak man, snapping pitches to Joel Barry. And understand, you got to have movement.
3rd on Vestoria. Let's go to Allison.
Well, that was a big 3 for Notre Dame from Matt Farrell, and this is a guy that's really stepped up his game this year. He's improved his scoring by more than 11 points per game. But a big reason for that is he's playing more, 20 more points per game. But don't call him the most improved player. It's a term he doesn't like. I said, well, what do you want us to call you then? He said, I'm just a guy that waited out his time and is making the most of it. And he's pretty candid about the fact that there was some times in the previous 2 years when he was waiting it out behind a couple of NBA caliber point guards that he thought about leaving the program. But the success he's having this year has made him realize that he made absolutely the right choice in staying here.
Well, you know, Allison, he certainly made the right choice, getting great education as well. But I will tell you this, he can say, don't say it, improve. I'm going to say it again. He's the most improved player I have seen this year. Flat out has improved like unbelievable in every area of his game.
Beecham with his 3rd foul, so Jackson to shoot. 78%.
Jackson converted that line.
North Carolina's #1 scorer.
Well, I know a lot of people watching today back in Lakewood Ranch, Florida, family members, because I got, in my family, they got 7 Notre Dame degrees. 7. I brought down the value of a Notre Dame degree when they gave me an honorary alum degree.
No, by no means. Congratulations. Jackson to the bench, and now 10-point lead.
Every possession now becomes bigger and bigger for the Irish. This crowd is alive, man.
They have been all day since Jump Street. Here's Beecham's 3. Got it!
Little good exchange right there. There's the 3-ball. That 3-ball gives you a lift, gives you momentum. Irish down to 7, baby.
They're showing some real toughness, and a block by Colson. Deflected it right inside, and Hicks strikes.
There's the nightmare, Obi. Inside, 3 feet from the goal. Can't handle that size. Roy Williams right now jumping on that sideline. He wants a stop here.
Notre Dame got a little bit unlucky on the defensive play. Beecham trying to fight his way through the double, and the foul will go against Bradley.
There's Roy. That's one area they like to be is on that foul line, Notre Dame. 2nd best in the country.
There is a lot on the line.
Oh, how sweet it is! North Carolina is alone at the top of the ACC right now. They've gone 5-0 at home. 2 road losses so far for the Tar Heels at Georgia Tech and another one at Miami. But look at the remaining schedule. It's the toughest in conference in the country of anybody. Notre Dame, Duke, NC State. They got Virginia twice, Louisville. They're at Pittsburgh. And, of course, Duke on 2 occasions again on the 4th of March.
You know, there's some good things about being in a conference like this. We got toughness. I think Syracuse is a perfect example. I think when you watch them struggle earlier when they were pounded by, oh, man, they got pounded by Boston College. St. John's beat them by better than 30. But because of the conference, if you regroup, you got opportunities to win quality games that'll get you excited and get people interested. They beat 2 top 10 teams within the last 10 days, beating Florida State and beating Virginia. So now Syracuse is there, going to probably most likely, they should be an NCAA team.
Beecham makes the pair. Allison, you were listening in on Mike Bray's huddle a moment ago.
Yeah, he's pleased offensively with where they're at right now. They've got to keep moving the ball, though. Defensively, they've got to find a way to get 3 stops in a row. That'll change the complexion of this game, and you might see them start to trap.
Oh, a nice block there out of the sky. Notre Dame getting one from Vestoria, and they're playing some buckle-down defense inside.
I tell you, Vestoria getting the most of his ability, rotating over. Look at this right here. Look at the layup. There's the hustle, the scrap, things you don't see in a box score. He's a winner. He's got a winner's mentality. 2 Elite Eights. Toughness.
9 on the shot clock here for Carolina.
You know, most teams would have folded the way that North Carolina's been playing this afternoon.
Boy, Pfluger this time with a block.
This Notre Dame team has showed toughness to me because Carolina has really played hard, played well, been tough inside, and yet Notre Dame is in striking distance.
3 to get off a shot. Berry over the top and a whistle before the basket. It'll go the other way. Foul on Carolina.
There's a little momentum now, man. Has swung the way of the Golden Domers.
Brent with the foul.
Some people are running down to the grotto right now and lighting candles down there. That grotto. I see Digger running out. Digger's running out right now. There goes Digger.
Roy not pleased with the foul. And is barking at Jamie Lucky there, but the foul goes against the heels.
Farrell, head up all the time. See young kids have the ball, have vision what's on the floor, know where your teammates are.
Astoria. Beecham had 1 foot on the line. Jackson made him pass it. Shot clock down to 8. Astoria, no. Defense was too tough.
Defense made him take a tough shot with the left hand on a drive to the goal.
That gets to Jackson from the corner. No. Fight for the rebound. The foul on the floor there will go against Notre Dame. Looks like they'll get Beecham for his 3rd.
And Berry was fouled on that play. An inside position on the offensive boards.
And so 1-1 for Joel Berry, who's the best foul shooter for North Carolina at 89%.
89 will get it done for you when you got your point guard with the rock in his hand at the end of the game. Oh, you jinxed him, Albie.
That's on me.
Oh, well. He jinxed himself.
He does not miss many.
They got to take advantage now. For the Irish, you got to get a good shot. Good spacing. You got to get good spacing. And they like to run the little exchange. The ball screen up on top.
Bonzie Colson. Sticks it.
That's great execution. Cleared it out. Bonzie so effective in a 3-second area. Mike Bray's pleading with his team. Taking him defensively. Block out. Don't give him 2nd and 3rd.
Berry's 3. Off the front of the iron. And a foul against Carolina.
Well, this baby has swung the way of Notre Dame.
So back to the other end, 6:11 to go. And if it becomes a foul shooting contest, certainly Notre Dame has a giant edge on just about everybody. Today, 14 out of 16. North Carolina's been to the line a little more frequently. It'll be Pfluger at the line.
Well, that's going to help their 80.5. They're trying to catch Valparaiso as 80.9 to lead the nation.
Hicks with a foul. They've gone to the monitor. They're checking the clock here to see if they have it right. So an official review. .11 remaining in a 5-point game. It has tightened up here in the last 2 minutes.
We have Jamie Lucky on the game along with Bill Covington. We got Clarence on the game, Armstrong.
Now Pfluger is not going to go to the line. It'll be Colson they put to the line.
They found the right guy.
And he is a better foul shooter. He's 82%.
They all make their free throws. That's a great strength of the Fighting Irish.
And Mike Gray said we had him in the gym all week working on it because their free throw percentage has tailed off in the last few games. They're not happy about that.
When you don't have a great rebounding team and you don't have great size, you're going to make it up in other ways. Making free throws is one way. Another way is making threes. When you can do that and you execute, you offset the negatives that come by not having the great size.
Colson with another one on the way, the junior. And the top rebounder in the ACC. 16 points, 11 rebounds a game. But he missed that one. So Carolina up by 4 as we approach the 6-minute mark at Greensboro.
That's where a guy like Barry becomes so important. He's a leader, he's a winner. Double up on Jackson.
Barry deep in the corner. Meeks with a touch off the window. Tough to stop that.
He's very strong and tough inside. If he gets low, he knows how to finish around the post.
11 points for him. 4 Tar Heels in double figures today. Farrell wants to drive and kick. The swing, Vestori is open. Wide open, but he couldn't connect on the 3.
He got a good look. They made the extra pass, got him wide open for a shot. Remember, coming into this game, he had made 2 of his last 17. Started the game off fairly well. That was a big 3 there.
They want Meeks to touch it again. He made it in 1. He'll be at the line.
That is just cerebral basketball. Very smart basketball. Going to the interior.
Ooh, wait a minute now.
Call it on Meeks?
They are going to call that on Meeks, so wave that off.
Oh, that could be a game changer.
Wow, and it's his 5th. It's also his 5th foul.
5th foul, no basket. They get him lower the shoulder in?
That must have been it.
That was I thought he was ready for a 3-point play.
So he is fouled out with 11. Well, this could be a giant moment in the game.
Write that down, buddy. 5:14 on the clock. That could be a game changer. 6 point. They would have been up. They would have been up 9 possibly.
Farrell came in, got down to take the charge, but I don't know if that was enough contact to merit one there.
Wow. It was one of those close scores, really. But it's a game changer. Putting him on the sideline.
Beecham with a 3. Too strong. Colson trying to keep it alive, and Notre Dame wins that battle.
And that might have happened because Meeks on the sideline.
Colson draws the foul. Hicks got him.
You know, having Meeks on the sideline gave Notre Dame a chance to rebound right there. Look at him. That's why he's a fierce competitor and such a winner. It's about the moment. It's about the moment.
Hicks with his 3rd. And Colson makes the 1st. He has a 13-point day. 4:46 to go.
Who needs the Super Bowl? Are you kidding me? We got the Super Hoops game.
Well, we don't need it. We'll watch later.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Here we go. Defense important right here. They're going man-to-man, playing and matching up. Look at the size differential inside Hicks. Hicks trying to take the story on the post.
A couple of freshmen on the deck right now. Here's one of them, Bradley. Made it in 1! And he'll be at the line for a 3-point play.
And that's been the story of North Carolina. Pounded inside. Take advantage of our size. A little sweep, a little roll, a little deuce, and up they go to the foul line. A star will be this young man. He's a star in the future. Bradley, remember the name, Tony Bradley.
12 points for him coming off the bench.
Every time it seems Notre Dame's making a little run, North Carolina pounds the ball to the interior.
Farrell lost the handle. Barry hits the deck. Kicked out of play by Carolina.
One of the great strengths when you look at Notre Dame is not turning the ball over. Look at Roy Williams.
Well, he loved the effort. He loved the effort there.
I love the effort all day. Both these teams have played with such intensity, giving us a tournament flavor.
75-68, North Carolina. Keep in mind, Vestoria is not playing with 4 fouls. He's a key man. So is Farrell with another driving basket and a timeout, Mike Bray.
What a big-time drive right there by Farrell, Jersey high school star. He is some tough competitor. Wow, this has been a great afternoon, buddy. A great
Big Ten doubleheader at 7. It'll be Malik Monk at number 8 Kentucky trying to bounce back, taking on LSU. And then we head to Ann Arbor for a matchup that dates back a long, long time. It's Michigan State and Michigan.
Now we get down to where you better make some stops if you're the Irish. And remember, North Carolina not shooting well on a free throw line. Tough shot right there. Tough shot going to your left. Right-handed player, off balance. They're going to make them pay for that.
Colson rolling to the paint, now swings it outside. Beecham line drives it in from three-point land, and we have a two-point game.
Well, Beecham's got like 20 points now. He's played well here in the second half. He has played exceptionally well.
That's his third consecutive 20-point game. Barry with the answer from downtown, but that's a two-pointer.
You know, Joe Barry was 2 for 9 prior to that shot. North Carolina, are you ready for this? 2-to-1 ratio on the glass, like 40 to 21.
There's been high-level stuff here today in Greensboro. Astoria with a kick out and a travel. So a turnover for the Fighting Irish in a big spot. Mike Gray disgusted with that call.
Now, you don't want no moral victories. You don't want anything but we played them tough. You want to get out of here with a W, break a 3-game losing streak.
3:15 remaining. North Carolina by 4.
Notre Dame with 8 turnovers thus far. Three guards on the floor with Britt, Berry.
Under 3, 10 to shoot now.
Spreading the court.
Berry took a look at the shot clock, which now shows 5. Airborne pass, he threw it away.
Well, Bradley never had vision. Or Hicks was. I'm sorry, it was Hicks. Spacing important here, looking for the 3 ball if they can get it.
Fluger looking up at the clock now, 2:33 to play.
Well, Fluger finds out what Coach Bray thinks of him. He's on the end of the game.
Sure.
He's on the floor.
He's a sophomore.
That's where coaches trust people.
Astoria's one-hander. That glances away. Williams with the rebound. He's really had a very big day.
Yeah, Astoria had an opportunity there, but had no backspin on that shot. Spreading the court, looking for the high percentage shot. Guy that they might want to think of is Jackson.
Berry taking his time.
Is Hicks going to go a little one-on-one?
Hicks on Colson with a fall away. Around and out.
They made him spin away from the basket. They took away his opportunity to go to the goal. Boy, if you're Notre Dame, you like to put the ball in Farrell's hands. Good things usually happen. He finds open people.
Well, it's been the case this afternoon. Now it's Beecham. Fluger taking the baseline. The kick out, it is Farrell. He stumbles, and he gave it up.
That's so unusual.
Red, nice pass, Jackson.
Mr. Jackson with the jam off the line ball turnover. They're going wild here in Greensboro.
Huge turnover with every possession meaning so much. Fluger launches in and out. And a foul over the back on Bonzi Colson.
That was a major turnover. Major turnover. In a 4-point game, you got the ball, turnover, live ball, easy jam. Jackson with the dunk, and then you're sitting up 6. He knew it. Look at him. It hurts him so much because he normally doesn't turn the ball over. Normally great things happen when he has the ball. He just lost his balance.
So Hicks at the line, 81%.
What a big sequence right there. The turnover, and then the score, and then the foul, and now on the free throw line going to convert and make 2. Big sequence of change in the game.
Indeed. He makes 1 of 2. Still a minute 10 left. Notre Dame has to get a shot in the air. Beecham does. He's had a big second half with 18 points, but not this time. Out of play it goes. Notre Dame will keep it. Exactly 1 minute to play.
And Notre Dame has a game on Tuesday. They were not very happy about having to play here on Sunday, and they wanted the game Tuesday changed to Wednesday against Wake. But the league was not able to do it.
No, they're fortunate it is a home game for them, but nonetheless, it's a very quick turnaround. 80-73 official review now. What you can do in the last 2 minutes, you can take a look at a deflection like this.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get the right situation at Covington and Lucky and Alexander. Hey, let me tell you this. You know how tough college basketball is right now? Going into last week, as you take a look right here. What do you call it, buddy? You got 2 eyes.
I thought Kenny Williams was the last guy to touch it for North Carolina. I thought he deflected it over the shoulder.
I thought so. Yeah, there it is. Good call. But hey, let me tell you how tough it is. This weekend we have 8 undefeated conference teams. It's down to 4. Vermont, Gonzaga, Princeton. Right, there are 3. And I'm losing memory of the 4th one. Who's my 4th one? Oh, Cincinnati. Cincinnati. I had to reach down in the tank for that one. Cincinnati. Well, I should not speak unless you have in front of you. I know exactly.
Quick into Colson. No from three-point land.
The last minute's been North Carolina's been a plus. They're taking time off. Roy's signaling. Take time off the clock. Spread the court. And when they had Phil Ford and they did the 4 corners, it was lights out.
Now they will reach and foul Britt, who is not a great foul shooter, 64%. That's foul number 4. So 44.1 to go. This will be 2 shots now for Britt. The senior made an absolutely spectacular crossover move early in the game.
Oh, it was incredible.
That may have broken an ankle. Sinks the first one very calmly. That's his first point today, but he's had a major say in this game.
Well, you know, he might have broken an ankle earlier, but right there he broke some hearts of Notre Dame fans by converting. He'll break a few more right there if it goes in. No, it doesn't go down.
Big fight. Jackson got it back and traveling with it. So he gives it right back to the Irish. 42 seconds to go. Roy Williams living and dying on every moment.
Yeah, but he's got to feel pretty good now. Feel pretty good up 8 with 42 seconds to go. There's Roy. Look at him. He's very animated today.
Here's Farrell off target from 3. So they're missing these triples down the stretch. A reach foul there by Pfluger with 33.5 to go.
You know, I don't care what the margin ends up here. Mike Bray had his kids ready to play. They played hard. They played tough. But North Carolina was on their A game. And they really played so well early, took advantage of all their size, and that was a difference maker.
Well, they have 6 wins in the conference. This is going to be their 4th consecutive losses if it comes to pass stick. And 4 in a row and 5 out of the last 6. This is a very tough stretch for Notre Dame.
Oh, very tough. But you know what? In this conference, if it's any consolation, you go 9-9 in this conference, you're going to the big dance.
I would agree.
You're going to the big dance. And if you don't, there should be an investigation if you're picking the best teams to go.
North Carolina making 17 at the line today to help their cause. Up by 10. Playing some D here. The Irish can't get a shot up. Colson finally does and swishes in a 3.
I can't say enough about Colson, Beecham, and Vastoria. How good they've been through their career. Tough to follow, replace those guys. Just unbelievable.
Well, Notre Dame taking a timeout with 17 seconds to go. A very entertaining game. You and I saw another one on Wednesday at Allen Fieldhouse. Terrific game that came right down the stretch against Baylor.
Well, it's been an incredible week of college basketball. I mean, God, it's unbelievable. You see a West Virginia get beat at home. A Kansas lose a 51-game win streak at Allen Fieldhouse. Comes to an end. I mean, Baylor gets beat at home by Kansas State. Purdue goes on the road and beats an outstanding Melo Trimble team in Maryland. What does this all mean? It means that college basketball come March Madness will be as good as ever. There is no doubt in my mind. I love this game. I love it. I eat it. I sleep it. I drink it. I love it. And then today we're going to watch a little football. And when it's all done and said, Mr. Brady, touchdown. Mr. Brady, touchdown.
There's the prediction.
Mr. Brady, touchdown. 38-31. Brady beats Ryan. Patriots win the title.
Sounds like a good game.
Who do you like?
Oh, I guess I gotta go New England too because I live there.
You better go New England. You do the Red Sox games.
Tom Brady's too good. I just think he's too good.
Belichick too. Give him 2 weeks to prepare. We had a great afternoon. Look at that conference. That conference, man, got another incredible every game. It seems to be such a battle. except today, Florida State, what they did to Clemson.
Oh, boy.
Wow, that was humiliating.
They really throttled him today. Final seconds here from Greensboro. So the move an hour from Chapel Hill to play here a day later did nothing to knock back the Tar Heels. They will win it over Notre Dame. Here today, the final score 83-76 as the Tar Heels continue to be in sole possession of this incredibly tough ACC. Thanks so much for joining us. For my partners, Allison Williams and the Hall of Famer Dickie V, I'm Dave O'Brien. Thanks for being with us today here in Greensboro.